Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Kamara. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jets have recovered. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
3rd down and 13. And now Carr changing the formation.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
There he goes, left side.
And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Kamara. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
36 yards.
And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
On 1st down, Carr.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Carr now on 1st down.
Completes it to Perry.
Touchdown!
A.T. Perry.
28 yards.
And the Saints are able to widen their advantage.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. He gets away from 1. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that will keep this a 15-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
A final shot before half for Rodgers.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become...
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll give to Hall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit.
Right back to him on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a yard. And now an audible here into something else.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
164 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that miss.
And now here's another interception.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
3rd down and 1.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. Now Carr, he wants to change up the look here. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The 20. 5, touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
48 yards.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Groupie for the extra point.
So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,
and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Carr going to throw here.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2nd and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
37 yards.
And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he's taken down inside the 30. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.